In search of his missing wife, Will posted messages all over the internet, offering 2.5 grand in return for any information of his love and life, Clarice. And soon, he received a reply from BII Craigslist. A Mr. Han who claimed Clarice lives next door to him. But before handing over her information, Mr. Han approaches Clarice. However, to his dismay, Clarice is frightened hearing about Will. She claims her name isn't Clarice, it's Sydney, and Will isn't her husband, rather her stalker. Sydney requests Mr. Han not to give up her information. But taking a small bribe from Will, Mr. Han spills everything. The next day, however, cops are next door. And Mr. Hans is stunned and in utter confusion to find Clarice, or Sydney, is missing, and the police have recovered a body of an unknown man. Was she really his wife? Or was he her stalker? And who is he? It was about 1.5 years ago when Clarice and Will got married. They had a beautiful wedding and went on an exciting honeymoon. But everything took a turn when the couple got into a car accident. Fortunately, the accident had only caused a minor injury on Clarice's head, and Will suffered a severe back injury and broke his leg. But the damage wasn't severe and would heal in some time. Despite happy beginnings, Clarice and Will returned home in a difficult situation. Will, what are you doing? Why didn't you call me? Thanks. I don't know what I would have done without you. Ow. What happened? It's nothing. Just been having these headaches. The first few weeks went by with rather ease for Will. Clarice was always around to help and took a lot of care of him. But as time went by, Will began to feel as if Clarice was starting to grow tired of him. Will couldn't walk, he couldn't move, and Clarice practically had to do everything for him. And soon, she constantly began complaining and was almost always cranky. Sweetheart, can you make me coffee? Coffee? You can't even do that by yourself? My head is hurting. I have to take my meds. It's only been 2 weeks. And is that what you call vows for life? Used to be so happy, and now she's fed up already? And it was one night, Will found Clarice setting up one of the other bedrooms. She was separating their bed. Clarice, you're gonna sleep here? Yeah, I haven't been able to sleep because of the headaches. Sometimes I walk around at night. I don't want to bother you. You need rest. Oh, okay. Why is she being so distant? Is she regretting this marriage? Their relationship seemed to get a little strained. But as the weeks went on, Will was recovering, and with some practice, he was soon on his feet again. Clarice, close your eyes. Why? I want to give you a surprise. What did you get for me? Will, you can walk again. With Will able to get around, he started going out and returned back to work. And things got much better in the house. But it was one evening, Will noticed Clarice talking to someone on their porch. Who was that? What's this? Oh, it was the delivery person. I think someone sent out a wedding gift late. It got delivered just now. Oh, does it have a name? No, that's what I was wondering. That was the first time Will had noticed Clarice look so tense and afraid, as if she were hiding something. But things only got more suspicious from there. Clarice, I thought we would spend the weekend together. Where are you going? I had some errands to run at the mall. Oh, okay, I'll go with you. No, that's alright. My girlfriends will be waiting for me. Alright, then let me drop you off. No, it's okay, Will. You need rest. You're still recovering. And even after he did recover, Clarice was still keeping herself away from him. You're not going to move back to our room? Not yet. You haven't fully recovered yet, and I've still been having the headaches. Alright. On one hand, while Will felt as if Clarice was being distant from him, on the other hand, Clarice saw things differently. She felt Will was very selfish. Ever since they returned, she had been working so hard to take care of him and help him recover. She always tried to keep him pleased, but it was as if Will was never satisfied by anything she did. He didn't appreciate her at all. All he wants is service from me. And as things were going on like this in the house, it was one day, while Clarice was returning home, she happened to meet her ex-boyfriend, Jack. Clarice, wait! Jack, leave me alone, I'm married. Yes, I know you're married. But tell me, are you really in love with him? What to you, Jack? What to me? I haven't forgotten you. I love you. Have you forgotten what we had? From that day on, Jack started meeting her whenever she went out. And one day, he even came to the house and gave her a gift, trying to make it up to her. It was a special day, the day they first met. But it only made Clarice more stressed. Jack, why did you come to the house with a gift? He can't know about you. It was just a gift. Why are you so afraid of him? We're just being friends. Clarice, does he treat you bad? It's not like that. What? I can see it in your eyes. You're being in denial. This is how it all starts. And like Jack pointed out, things did start to get bad between Clarice and Will. And it came to the point where Clarice couldn't take it anymore. He's being so horrible, he's too demanding. Can't he see that I'm also in pain? Clarice, don't you get what he's trying to do? What? I'm getting a feeling maybe he'll try to do something to you. What do you mean? Just think about it. Here, take this twice every day. It'll help you, and don't let him see this. Alright, Clarice trusted Jack and took the medicine, but what she didn't realize was that Jack had been instigating her against Will all this time. When Jack first met her after their breakup, he realized something was different about Clarice. They had separated on bad terms, and they didn't have the best relationship. But Clarice didn't remember much of their relationship. And now, she was so gullible and always complained about her constant headaches. And then one day, when Clarice told him about her car accident, Jack realized she must have suffered some sort of trauma to her brain that caused her amnesia or something, and he sorely took advantage of that. Jack continued to poison Clarice against Will, and she became all the more paranoid. She separated beds, and at one point, she even began sleeping with a knife under her pillow. She locked the door. And what Will, and even the doctors didn't realize, was that the minor head injury from the car accident actually had affected Clarice. The trauma to her head caused her to develop schizophrenia. And with time, her condition got worse. She began to lose track on reality, lost many of her memories, and suffered paranoia and anxiety. You were right. He came to my room last night. I don't know what he would have done to me. Look, you can't live like this. And you can't just leave either. Will, he has influence, money. He won't just let you be. We have to run away. We have to escape. Listening to Jack. One night, Clarice packed up her things and ran away with him. But when Will found out she was missing, he was distraught. He began searching for Clarice everywhere. And he soon found her. But to his shock, Clarice almost seemed frightened of him. It was like she didn't recognize him. She kept running away from him. And it was on the day of their first anniversary, when Will almost had her. Once again, she managed to run off. Clarice, how long will you be avoiding me? Stop pretending like you know me. I don't know you. Sweetheart, I think we've played your game for long enough now. You're crazy. Leave me alone. Clarice, I'm sorry. Listen to me. Why are you behaving like this? You need to calm down. Just stop. I've had enough. Babe, I said I'm sorry. It's our first anniversary. Don't be like this. You are out of your mind. He almost got me today. He's gonna find us. It's just a matter of time. Calm down. We'll figure something. Here, take your meds. We can't stay in this town. We have to leave. Where will we go? To another city. You have to take on a new identity, so he can't trace you. So Clarice took on the fake identity of Sydney, and she and Jack moved to Chesterfield. On the other hand, when Will couldn't find her, he tried everything. Missing persons posters around the neighborhood, to posting a reward online to anyone who could give him information. He's after you. If he finds me, he won't spare me. He won't spare us. It's not safe for me to go out like this, but people won't suspect you. You can easily disguise yourself. And never tell anyone you're with me. Say you're single. All right. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. Did you take your meds? So Clarice changed her appearance and got a job in Chesterfield, while Jack stayed at home, living on her expense and enjoying himself. But it wasn't all this when one of their neighbors, Mr. Han, recognized Clarice. He contacted Will, but before handing over Clarice's information, he came to speak with her. He's not my husband. He's a stalker. Where did you meet him? Did you tell him anything about me? No. I wasn't sure whether he was speaking of you. I told him I would get back to him, but now that I know, don't worry. I won't tell anyone anything about you. Thank you. Though Clarice blatantly denied that Will was not her husband, when Will bribed Mr. Han with money, he spilled everything. Finally finding out where Clarice was hiding, Will immediately went to Chesterfield and broke into her home. So, you're hiding from me here? Stay away from me. Stay away from me. Sweetheart, what are you doing? Put that down. Have you lost your mind? It's not me. It's you. Sweetheart, I'm here to help you. You know I would never give up on you. I searched everywhere. I did everything. I'm sorry it took so long. As Will neared her, Clarice backed away yelling, "Get away from me!" But Will slowly approached her. It's all right. Everything's going to be fine. In fright, Clarice yelled out, "Jack!" Will turned to see Jack rush in the room and freeze seeing him. "Oh, you dog. You've been manipulating her, taking advantage of her. Dude, come on. It wasn't me. She wanted me to bring her here. I even told her she's a married woman. She should be faithful to you, but she kept insisting. I didn't manipulate her. Hearing Jack, Clarice was shocked. How could he betray her like that? Lie like that? But Will didn't listen to him and tried to speak with her. Clarice, listen to me. You're unwell. I spoke to your doctor. That head injury from the car accident. It caused you to develop schizophrenia. You've lost some of your memory. But I can help you. But as Will tried to convince her, Jack took a knife and stabbed him in the back. Will fell to the ground, and Jack jumped over him. You've come all this way for this crazy. As Jack fell to the ground, Will stared at Clarice, trembling. Well, you don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. Just trust me. Jack was dead. But since Clarice had been living by a fake identity all this time, the police wouldn't be able to trace her. That night, Will and Clarice got rid of all evidence, from fingerprints to paperwork. No one would know what happened here. Thank you for all the help. I deposited the money. But this is only half. Didn't you find her? Was she your wife? No, she wasn't my wife. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.